How it feel to be a dad, how it feel to be a man. You provide by any means, and we sticking to the plan. Yeah, I do this for my seed. Come and listen, come and see. Remember, it was just me. Now it's all about we. Lead by example. This for my child. I swear that I got you for life. Went from the court to talking about buckets. Now we talking Pampers and wipes. I really love this though. Look at you and get inspired. You the fuel to my fire. Come here, let me change your diaper. Diaper dash.
What is the deal, everyone? We are back. It's been a minute, man.
It's been a long fucking minute. Listen, I was checking our recordings, bro. 5 months. It said our last
5 months
was our last recording, bro.
Sheesh. But as you guys know, it is your boy GQ.
And it is your boy Boog. Welcome back to your favorite show on the planet, Diaper Dash Podcast. Listen, so much has fucking happened. The big news with GQ, I'll let him announce that. But your boy Boog had a bachelor party. I made it out alive. We was all there. Oh, shit. What else? Yo, there's been so much that's going on, yo. What? Shay, tell everybody what's going on with you right now, please.
Hold on. First, before we get into, all the good news, we got a guest today.
Yes.
My guy, Tyson, man. Introduce yourself, man.
Bro, Tyson. Amazing, man. Part of the Diaper Dash Podcast today, man. Ready to go crazy.
Listen, this is the Milford legend right here, all right?
Yeah.
This is one of the dogs back in the day. We knew who Tyson was, Crusader Nation. He was with everybody. We was there.
I'm trying to get my flowers early today.
Don't you worry. You'll get your flowers throughout the podcast, but we definitely gonna give it to you early because what we do for a living and, you know what I mean, raising young lives, that it's not easy to do. A lot of people don't understand that, you know what I mean, who don't have kids. So the fact that you're still active and involved, bro, speaks volumes to not only us, but to the people around you. They truly appreciate it. But yeah, we're glad to have you on today.
Yeah, man. A lot's been going on in the past 5 months, man. I'm about to have a baby. Shit. It might be by the time this shit drops, to be honest. Wifey think this shit gonna drop soon, so supposed to have another girl. We went to Lawrence's bachelor party. So much has happened. Basketball season started back up. I'm coaching. Just hella shit, man, to be honest. But as we all know, the one thing that never stops is us being dads, right? How's everything with the twins, Lawrence?
Bro, listen. Yo, let me tell you something. I realized over the last since August, so it was about 4 months. Yo, toddlers are the dirtiest people on the face of the earth. I don't care what nobody say. Yo, the amount of snotty noses, everybody's been sick in this house but me. Like, it is fucking like, it's like almost embarrassing how bad, like, they just full of mucus. They're dirty people, bro. I don't care what nobody says, bro. They're borderline next. They're like, yo, homeless people are dirty. No knock to them, but like toddlers is like 1B, bro. I swear to God. Yo, Cassidy coughed in my face. She was like two inches from my mouth, bro, and I was like, what is going on right now, dog? But yeah, no, they've been good. Huh?
Tyson, how old is your son?
He's 3. He'll be 4 next February.
Oh, see.
Oh,
yeah.
So they all the same. They was all born in 2019 then.
Yeah.
That's just
yeah. How's it having twins, Book?
That's
pretty crazy.
Honestly, yo, quite frankly, it ain't
good.
It was rough in the beginning because it was just an initial like shock value, but like after a while, it's like, yo, it's like raising one kid. As long as you keep them on the same schedule and not doing the same things, but now it's starting to get a little tricky because now everybody has interest in, like, my daughter she does gymnastics and ballet, and my son does t-ball and sports. So every day is something new. Me and wifey just got to stay on point with where we going, who's going here, who's going there, to make sure we're available and present for everybody's events and shit. But it ain't nothing different. I can tell you this: I won't do this shit again, though. Fuck that.
Two is great. Two's a great time.
Yeah, my wifey trying to press me for a third one. I'm like, nah, you're bugging. It's like, you gonna find
So
somebody
you
else.
think you have any more kids?
Yeah, man. Yeah, definitely. I definitely plan on having more kids for sure. So I'm like, but I'm like Book. I'm 2 and I'm good. Like I'm straight with 2. If I do 3, I feel like niggas just need to come check on me type shit.
Yeah, they do. They do.
Like,
No, they do.
if I do
Trust
3,
me.
it's like, yo, what am I doing? Like I don't know what I'm doing. But
Yeah. 3
Nah,
is more than 2 is a lot, man. I was
but
just
yo,
telling
quite frankly, it's the same. It's all the same shit. As long as you
no,
stay routine,
bro.
I'm telling you.
It's not 3 kids is a lot, bro.
I'm
it's
telling
the
you. No,
initial though. Once you get past that, then the like
it
the
settles in.
hard starts though. They gotta
Yo,
build their identity and all that shit. Doing that so many times is like crazy to me, bro.
yeah, that's
You building 3
fine.
different types of people.
But if you do it like,
and all that too.
yeah, like if you do it like for instance, no Rose and baby girl will be 3 years apart. So like that's different because you got to relive all that shit over again.
Yeah.
Like me, it was like everyone was teething, everyone was starting to talk around the same time, everybody was walking. Now it's like weird because it's like now we have like our own opinions and we have to deal with like Tyson said, personalities and like this, that. You gotta navigate through it differently. Honestly, twins ain't nothing special about having twins other than the fact that they're born on the same day. Outside of that, they're just 2 fucking regular people that just so happen to be born together. Honestly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I really wanted twins, but I don't know. I think it's a gift and a curse. Obviously, you go through a lot with 2 kids at one. Like it's like fuck. Like you said, when they sick, everybody's sick. You know what I mean? And then again, like Jasmine was just telling me, say for example, one kid is sick, you know the other kid gonna get it, and the other kid's sick, you know the other kid gonna get it. Like it's just vice versa. But then again, like you said, it's all about reliving it again. You know what I mean? Like right now, I'm so ready for the baby to fucking come. It's fucking ridiculous, yo. Like, I'm like, yo, I cannot wait till this shit just pop out just because it's just so much. And I think it's the timing, right? Because like when we had Nova, it was in the summertime. Now it's like Christmas time, so it's cold out. Niggas got all this motherfucking Christmas shit around, all this new baby stuff around. And then and then Nova, we getting ready to do Nova Christmas stuff and gotta wrap gifts. And then, you know, Jasmine, like, yo, this, that, and the third. So it's a lot going on, man. So, but I'm ready to get this shit over with. But this summer, I'm gonna be outside.
Your ass ain't going nowhere, my boy. You say that shit now. You ain't going out a damn place. I'm telling you.
I'm going, man. That's why I'm waiting for it to come.
You got yeah. Well, it's the dynamic is different for you because like even with Cassidy now, like she's all like her motherly instincts have already been kicking in. Like it's mad weird. Like she be walking around with her baby dolls, talking to them, and like, oh, I'm just gonna go away. I'll be right back. Like like that little shit. So like that, the fact that Nova Rose has a physical, actual baby that can cry, you know what I mean, laugh and. That's your extra hand. So you might have some extra time, but
nah, it's always extra time, man. Remember that.
Yeah. You only make time for the things you want to do, right?
He be outside.
What you say, Ty?
I said Shane is definitely good for making his time. He be outside.
I'm gonna make time. I'm gonna live every single second. I'm in the crib. I'm out the crib. I only sleep when it's time to sleep. That's it. I ain't
downtown Switzerland. You outside, huh?
But I wanted to get into something serious today, man. I wanted to just talk about Stephen Boss. As you guys know, we were talking about earlier the Twitch guy. I know him from Ellen DeGrasse.
The generous motherfucker.
I tell you, man. Once again, another season. I'm fucking up words, man. I ain't changed yet.
No, you haven't. And don't change, my boy.
I know him from the Ellen show just because he was a DJ on there. And my grandma and stuff, they used to always watch it. But he committed suicide. He killed himself. He for some people that don't know the story, he left his house, and he just had an anniversary. Like, he just had a wedding anniversary, I think maybe like 3 days ago. I think he killed himself on a Thursday or Wednesday, and he just had a wedding anniversary, 9 years on Saturday. And he ended up leaving the house, and what struck an alarm was his wife was saying he left the house without a car. So, like, he just, just basically just was like, yo, I don't even know if he said anything, but just left and went his own way. And they found him in a hotel and killed himself. And I was just talking, man. I was talking to some of my buddies. I was talking to Obi, and just saying, like, how crazy it is. Like, people, when people kill themselves, is something really, really serious, especially someone that has 3 kids, has a family. But that thought process is crazy to say, man, you know what? Through all the shit I'm going through, I don't even want to go through it, man. I really just want to take my life. And Obi was saying, and a part of me kind of agreed to it. And the only reason I feel like it's selfish a little bit is when you have kids, right? And you have somebody else, like if you got a partnership, all of us, we got a partner, we got a woman that we live with, that we have a kid with. So when you remove yourself from that, even if you kill yourself, just saying you move away or you don't want to deal with the kid, now you put all that stress on somebody else to raise one kid. You know what I mean? And I just wanted to ask y'all, have y'all ever felt a way of like just disappearing, man? You know what I mean? And I'll let you go, Ty. I wanted to, and like I said, this might be a feeling that you never thought before, but you never know with people. You never know the things that people go through. And I just wanted to ask you, man, has there ever been a time where you just be like, you know what? I'm so tired of this shit, man. I want to fucking leave the house or something.
Yeah, for me, man, I ain't really I don't have those thoughts. I'm definitely like a people person, but I do love enjoying life. So for me, every day is a new day. I take every day with a grain of salt, and that I feel like that's what avoids those thoughts for me, because I'm not too indulged in like, oh damn, yesterday was so terrible that I'm not trying to be here no more type shit. It wouldn't even make sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
But looking at it in different type of scope, like life is so transformative that every day is a new day. So some people be married for like 15 years, wake up one day and be like, I really don't want to do this no more. You know what I mean? So the marriage is like a suicide at that point. Like, you know what I mean? Like all this time we invested into each other, I'm done doing it. Divorce happens, you know what I mean? So like with that, it's crazy. It's always good to check on your mental health and like really be in tune with who you are as a person, because that'll let you really know where you're going at all times type of thing. It's like a pillar of light. So it's always good to check on your mental health. And us as black men in this world, got so much that we got going on a day-to-day basis.
Correct.
I feel like we need to be in tune with ourselves more than anything nowadays, because one day you can walk out this door and it may not come back type shit. So I definitely feel for the brother, but definitely crazy to see he has so much success and has so much going on, and then like you said, yo just walks out the house and that's it. Like what? You know what I mean? So, crazy.
And that's the craziest part about the whole situation, right? Like we all chase this, and it puts it into perspective for the average person, average man, right? Like here you got somebody who's on one of the biggest platforms that has ever been on TV. Has been a part of it too. It's not just a DJ. Like he's actually, you know what I mean? Like when you think of the Ellen Show, you think about her, of course, and you also think about Twitch. You know what I mean? This guy has reached he achieved his ultimate greatness, right? He has a beautiful wife, beautiful kids, and shit just goes, I'm not going to say it goes south, because the thing about with men is that we like to compartmentalize a lot of shit. And And it's usually, and it's weird to say this out loud, but it's always usually the ones that are the most happiest are the ones you got to check on the most. And those are the people who are fighting the biggest demons that you ever thought of. You know what I mean? Yeah. Those people who can walk around and voice their opinions and let their kids see them be upset, or you just never know. Like a lot of people like think, oh, it was selfish, but it's like you don't understand the weight that's put on a man's back from the get-go, right? Like all of us have been through it. When I first saw my kids, it was I gotta figure out how to make this shit work. At the end of the day, like, yeah, a woman does a lot for us and our children, but at the end of the day, like, we contain everything and make sure our kids are good, our wife's good, our fiance's good, partner, whatever. We also need to take a chance to work on our own mental health, and that's the part that a lot of people are missing. Oftentimes I can't remember who said this, but oftentimes it was like something along the lines of like, oftentimes as men, we often rather see peace around us versus dealing with peace within ourselves. So essentially, we rather make everybody else happy before we deal with our own emotions. And I think that's what truly took Twitch to that edge.
Think so?
Yeah, I think so, bro. Because like we do so much. We try to make sure everyone is taken care of. It's like everyone's happy around us. Like when you have kids, and especially teenagers, you need to be there emotionally for them, and you'll lose yourself. You'll lose yourself in parenthood. We see it all the time, and I think it just something was weighing on him. I don't know. We'll never know because he's not here to ask. But on the same note, like for what's given as a man, like we got all the hoops that we had to jump through. Maybe not physically, but emotionally, we're dealing with emotions from the get go with our partner. They get crazy as soon as they get pregnant. I don't know. It's like a fucking switch that flips. They get crazy immediately, and they stay crazy. It's never a let off. You feel me? But
Todd's shaking his head.
Yeah, man.
You see what I'm saying? You're dealing with so many emotions that you just oftentimes forget about yourself. It's almost like you feel like there's not enough time in the day. That's why it's so important for us to go make time for ourselves. Like GQ, I'm busting GQ's balls about saying he's not getting over free time, but he's going to find his time. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
Got you, man. Like that's crucial. That's so crucial. Dudes fall off the cliff because like you said, they lose themselves. That's why I said it's so important to really stay in tune to who you are as a person and feed yourself too. Because of course we can seek that from our partners. Our partners are supposed to feed us on a daily basis the way we wanted to be fed, but we got to do it ourselves too as men. You know what I mean? Whatever that.
Y'all definitely right, man. Y'all definitely right, and that shit was on my heart for like 2 days straight. I couldn't believe that shit. Just because, like I said, man, I really be watching this nigga. And I don't be on Instagram, but anytime I get on Instagram, this nigga be dancing with his wife. So I'm like, damn, yo, this nigga was happy. This nigga had the kids. This nigga, like, it wasn't adding up to me. I'm just like, damn, man, like, I've never seen this nigga upset. I've never seen him say anything negative in my life.
And those are the people you got to look out for. Think about it. Robin Williams, when he committed suicide.
Yeah.
He's a comedian.
I saw a post that like they put them together and they were just saying like, you know, some of the people that are like the happiest and stuff like that. It's just
you just gotta look out for them. You gotta look out for everybody. If you can't, I tell Ashley now. You can ask her this. This is God's eyes, my word. Listen,
what you tell him?
You know me.
What you tell him?
I always tell him, like, listen, I can't be around you 24/7. If I gotta be around you 24/7, it's a problem. And I don't mean that. I say it jokingly now, but like deep down, there's some seriousness behind it. Because, bro, I need to focus on me at some point. I can't use you as a way to focus on me. I don't need you. You don't need me. I choose to be with you so we can build. You know what I mean? And I kind of set that precedent early, but I be trying to tell Ashley, yo, go away, go, get out of here, go worry, check on yourself. Not saying she's like on the verge of like hurting herself, but it's just refreshing. You get a chance to miss your people, get back and get underneath you. And with somebody who's like Twitch, what?
That's it. I just told someone the other day, man, like, I'm thankful for missing you, yo.
Ooh.
There's so many people, yo, you don't get to miss just because you always around them. And some people take that feeling for granted, right? Just think about it. Like, you might have been dating a girl. Y'all might have been, long distance relationship. You got that feeling of you missing her. You know what I mean? But then when y'all in the mix and you see her every single day, you don't miss her. You don't miss her. Come on, baby. Give me a chance to miss you. All right? All right?
Women ain't.
Yeah.
Huh? What you say, Ty?
I said women hate that the distance thing. So like, us being apart help us come back together stronger type of things. They don't get that methodology. They think every day.
Yeah, nah, we need to do everything together. I need to
know, right?
eat shit, sleep with you. I need you to touch me. Like, yo, bro, listen, stop it. Relax. It's okay. I'm not going nowhere. And like, it was funny because like Ashley like really was like because we had a conversation. We were talking about something, and she was like, "Oh, you need me," and I was like, "I don't need you." Like
that's what she hit you with. You need me, Lawrence.
We were talking about something. This was like a year ago. We were talking about something, and I was like, I necessarily don't need you. I choose to be with you so I choose to have you a part of my life so we can build to be something great. That's the difference. A lot of people don't understand it. Like, I came in this world alone. I'm going to die alone. You know what I mean? Like, even if I didn't have moms, like, I'm dying alone. It's just unless it was some freak accident, all of us were together, I'm out this bitch by myself on the dolo. So no, but I choose to be with you because I see the greatness that surrounds us. You know what I mean? I got 2 healthy kids. You're healthy physically, mentally. She might not be there sometimes, but hey, that's okay. That's just in life. You get me? Like, I'm not saying that Ashley's like mentally insane, but she's crazy. That's crazy. I tell.
Are you?
I mean, I could be. I don't know. Subs is crazy right now, but nah, she's wonderful. Hands down, like she's everything I could ask for.
With that being said, of us being individuals and us being different people all the time, I wanted to really tap into the different methods that we use of raising our kids. Right? Everyone is raised differently. Some people raised in 2-parent households. Some people 1-parent households. Some people raised by their grandmother, religiously, culture, everywhere. Everyone's different. And that's really, to me, I feel like when you're raising a kid, a lot of the times what make you bump heads with someone is just because of the different ways that you have of being raised. You know what I mean? Me and Lawrence talk about all the time in previous episodes of previous seasons. You might be like, yo, the kid, all right, they don't need a jacket. But, the mother might be like, nah, like, I want them to have a jacket just because that was the lifestyle they came from. More protective. For us, it's more of a freestyle. Like, nah, it's okay. We need no jacket growing up. We good. Like, it's springtime. So I just wanted to see, like, what's different ways that y'all have developed, or where did y'all develop y'all, parenting skills? Like, what are different aspects? It might have been from basketball, some of the things you learned, some of the things you learned from your mom, your dad, your aunt. What's some different developed skills that y'all learn from now y'all doing to raise y'all kids?
For me, bro, like, it all came from personal life experiences. It came from watching my mother, how she did things. I thought about stuff that I would do differently, of course. We all ain't perfect, but I was raised in a 1-parent household, so my toughest part about it was that I never had the male influence that I always desired, because I was in a competitive sport. I had to go on visits by myself, those type of things. Like I wish I had someone to kind of be next to me to be like, you know what, I need you to do this way or ask these type of questions. I had to figure it out myself. So I would say all of it came from personal life experiences, but it was like trial and error. It was a test of theory type of thing. And when my son was born, Boog was talking about it. It's just that it's a moment. I tell all my homies this. It's a moment when your son is first born or daughter first born, when you hold your child, something comes over you. You know what I mean? It's unexplainable. It's very
Fucking
spiritual.
Holy Ghost be getting your ass. You be like, damn,
Yeah.
all right, let's go.
I ain't never tell a story like publicly, but first time I had held my son, I was away at school because I had my son at 25. I think I want to say 25 going to 26. So I was back and forth through Texas and here throughout the season and all that. So I had a lot of shit going on that year. But when I had first held him for the first time, like by myself in the room, I started crying for some reason. I wasn't like emotionally crying, but like tears was coming from my face. And I'm like, you know, what the fuck is wrong with me? Like, I was tripping. I was like, you know, what's up with me? But I realized that it was just that all that pressure that you be feeling, that anxiety, but that great feel of emotion, like, yo, I'm gonna do the best I can by this person. I felt like all that just came into one moment and kind of just came down my face, but it was just that took in life experience. I took everything that I learned and kind of applied it to him, and as he grows, I grow too. So it goes in hand in hand, intertwines. Hell yeah.
And that's the key part about it, right? Like we always got this master fucking plan. Like, yo, this is how I'm gonna be a parent.
It don't.
No, this shit don't. Yo, fuck, yo, we should have had him on 4 seasons ago, bro. Because it's the fact. Listen, there's no handbook, there's no book to this shit. You write your own story when it comes to being a parent. What was I getting ready to say? Yeah, we always got this notion of like, yeah, I'm gonna be this type of parent. I always told myself I was gonna be a cool parent. I'm never gonna blow my top. Like everything's gonna be smooth sailing. But something you said that hit home is that as your son grows, you grow, and a lot of people don't understand that. A lot of parents get stubborn and they, this is the way I'm going to be, and you got to stay that way. I'm going to stay that way, and you just got to adapt to me. And I do that. I do that at times too, but I always catch myself when I do it, and I always feel bad because they don't know anything. They're just a blank canvas. It's my job to paint the picture for them. Yeah, nah, that shit is like that shit's the craziest feeling. Like you literally will hold your child in just fucking tears for no reason. You just be like, yo, why the fuck is this happening right now? But it's like in that instance, like you said, it's like all that anxiety, stress that you had, it goes away. And it's like, all right, now it's like soon enough. We treat it, all of us, we play sports, so it's different. So like, it was like, all right, you know, when you walk into the arena before that big game, everyone's nervous and shit. But as soon as you warm up and that ball goes in the air, it's game time. You know what I mean? And it's the same exact situation.
Yeah. Definitely.
It's crazy y'all say that, man. I knew when Ty was talking, I knew he was gonna say he cried. I knew it. I just had something about it because Boog always said that. He's like, yo, when I saw the twins, man, I started boo-hoo crying. Boo-hoo crying. I'm like, get it together, Boog.
Nah, you can't.
But
it's
he always like, it's some. He always say he's like, yo, it's something. He's like, Shane, yo, you ain't never get that feeling. I'm like, nah, man. But I knew you was gonna say it, Ty. I knew it.
It's like a thug moment with God. Like
it is. It is. It is.
And even get around, even though you wanted to. Like I don't cry a lot neither, so that's why I was so shocked. I caught myself crying, and I was like, "What the fuck is going on with me?" But I already knew it was just that he was telling me something in that moment, and that's what kind of kicked in like my fatherly instincts, and I start moving a little bit different. And I was 25 at the time, so I'm 27 now, about to be 28. It was 3 years ago, and I feel like I'm a whole new person.
Lawrence, when did you have your first? Lawrence, you had 25 or
I was
26?
20. I just turned.
You just turned 29.
Yeah, I just turned 26.
You just turned 26.
Yeah.
And then Bud was 25. I was 28.
Yeah, but even then, like, what all do you have figured out? You don't have shit.
Nothing.
Nothing. That's the craziest part about the whole shit.
It's all trial and error because you're so young that you don't even know what's going on. You don't even know how to fucking raise a kid. You just fucking see people do it. You hear about shit and you think that's how it's going to go. But everyone has different expectations and different experience. Just like how you said, Lawrence, I'm the same way where I'm just like, yo, you gonna do this and then I'm gonna stay this way and you gonna grow, but you start to grow with them. You know what I mean? Like gradually you start to learn how to be patient. You gradually start to learn how to play when they want to play or make sacrifice times where you don't want to do. Like you just gradually just start finding yourself, you know, just working up that pole and be like, damn, man, I came a long way from the first couple of weeks when I was
And the crazy part about that whole shit is that like, you will sit there and tell yourself, I don't want to do this, but you'll end up doing it anyway. And it's just like you don't even, it's like natural. Like it's not even like you're forcing yourself to do it. You just get up and do it. And there's so many things throughout the day that was just like when the twins were, I want to say about 7, 8 months, I had a come to Jesus moment one night and I was staring at the ceiling. I was like, God, I can't do this shit no more. I was like, yo, I cannot do this anymore. These little niggas do not sleep. I'm not sleeping. I just moved across the country, back east. Like, I couldn't get my mind around it. But I woke up the next day and all that emotion went away. And it was just like, all right, I'm here. You know what I mean? The kid, your son wants to go play ball, do something. You're like, nah, not right now. But then it's like, you know what? Let me just go do it. You know what I mean? It's just always, you just naturally do that shit. It's weird. This shit's weird, bro.
Too, I always kind of preach to myself and like other people, like when it comes to parenting, you can't be stuck in the times. I feel like that's when people have kids, some of them want to come in with a handbook and be like, oh, I'm gonna do shit this way and that's just what it's gonna be. You can't do that with kids now at times. Like our upbringing from back in the day is not today's upbringing. I mean, yeah. Kid gonna have a phone in the 5th grade. Why? Because they need to go to school. You need to make sure they safe. And then on top of that, they know how to use them joints. And then they using iPads and all that too. So technology is helping raising these kids too as much as we are. And not only that, but the times like TikTok, your kid could blow up one day. You know what I mean? On your phone, like, yo, it's my son on the internet bugging out. Like, what? It got so many different components to it, man. Like, I feel like you just can never be stuck in the times. You always got to move and change and grow with the times, because that'll help benefit the kids more too. I feel like we moving out of a different era. Because when I think about it, you know, in the 90s, you had movies like New Jack City coming out. You had movies like Goodfellas, Kings of New York, those type American Gangster, those type of movies, and then now you got the black superhero movies, Black Panther. You know what I mean? It's just a different time we living in, a super different time we living in, and we kind of got to grow with that as these kids grow.
I told Bug, you know, I bumped into one of the OGs at the gym. He always be dropping knowledge on me. And he said, man, the biggest investment and the best investment is your kids. You know what I mean? Because he's like, yo, they got the knowledge, right? Just like how you saying, they got the knowledge. They hip to everything. They gonna know how to use the new technology. They gonna know how to use the next phone. They gonna know how to just make shit shake. Just like how we make shit shake. Just think about it. Like our parents, we might tell them some shit like, nah, like you could use the FanDuel. You could put bets right here. And they're like, nah, what you mean? Yeah. Nah, download this. I'm gonna give you $100 free and you gonna bet. You know what I mean? Like, we got the knowledge, right? Mm-hmm. He was like, yo, but you as a parent, you got the resources, right? So you got the money, you know, the people, you got the car. He's like, yo, you gotta use that shit and make that shit shake with them. You know what I mean? He's like, yo, don't ever limit your resources to your kids, man. And that was like, I'm like, damn, man, like, man, really kicking it to me, and you really telling the truth. You know what I mean? And it's the same, it's just like a circle effect, just like everything that our parents did. You know what I mean? They had the resources, anything they had, even though they didn't really understand it. It's like, they gave us the opportunity to do it, gave us the money to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you're right. They the next generation, and the technology is basically the trend right now. You know what I mean? It's not. It is sometimes it is sports, sometimes it's different thing. But to me, I really see like technology being the biggest thing for these kids to really be shapeshifters. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But,
listen, we're not saying parents do something with your fucking kids. We're not saying give them an iPad, keep them quiet. Get your ass up, get your fat ass on the couch, get outside, do some shit. You know what I mean? And you got to find a good balance to it, because you know what I mean. Kids need to go experience that shit.
What's your viewpoint on like showing kids life, like giving them those precious life experiences? I know, like for me, on Ali's 5th birthday, I'm gonna take him to Disney World, right? And that'll be his like first real life experience where like he's in a whole different state. He's in a whole different world. He's seeing life-size Mickey, all of that great shit. What's y'all viewpoint on that as far as like showing those kids, that exposing them to that different type of life? And, because when you think about it, kids really, they got that routine, go to school, come home, they eat.
correct.
You might go outside, they got a little activity, ballet, whatever, or the gym. And then they go to sleep, and they do that shit all the time. And they kind of in between certain places. They like at your crib, grandmama house, maybe go to an aunt house for a function, something like that. But they never like, oh, dad taking me to, a different state, and I get to see that and live that. What y'all think about that?
I think for me, that's a must. You know what I mean? Just because my family Jamaican, I've been traveling. I tell Bully this all the time. I've been traveling since I was like 4 years old by myself on a plane. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, I've been doing that shit for a minute. So, like, for me, it's a must. Like, even though I haven't had the opportunity to take Nova on a plane, that's like, that is something I sleep at night about. You know what I mean? And it's not that, I don't have the resources to do it. It's just with COVID and everything, it hasn't really been like the right opportunity. Plus, like Jasmine's family, they're only 3 hours away. So we just drive to Virginia Beach, and then all my family is here. So we really haven't had the opportunity to go, but I'm all for it. You know what I mean? I think next year we're probably going to go to Jamaica. So that'll be really good. We might go to Atlanta because my sister just moved to Atlanta. So we might go to Atlanta for maybe a weekend or something like that. But I'm all for it. I want the kids to experience everything. I want them to get outside of their routine. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a fan of, like, today, I took Nova to wash the car. You know what I mean? I want her to be in my presence. You know what I mean? And she just lost out on like a year of not really doing anything because of COVID.
Yeah.
So, like, anytime I get a chance for her to go with me, especially with her being a girl, I do it. You know what I mean? Like I said, today we go wash the car, or every Fridays I'll be off. I'll be like, yo, let's go to the store. We go to the mall. We go to the dollar store, Home Depot, just for her to just experience different shit. And then it really grasps to her because when she get home, she starts saying and doing different stuff. You know what I mean? And like, just stuff that normal kids wouldn't do. Like today, she said today we had picked up some food, so we had ate some food, and then after, Nova was like, "Yo, play with me, Daddy, play with me." I'm like, "All right." So she like, "Yo, I'm cooking," so I'm cooking. And one of the favorite things she always say when she don't want to eat, she be like, "Oh, my tummy hurts, Daddy. I don't want to eat." Right? So I hit her with that today. I was like, oh, my tummy hurts. I don't want to play anymore. I don't want to eat the food. She was like, Daddy, that's not my food. That's hurting your stomach. That's the other food you was eating. You feel me? Just like really understanding shit like, yo, this is play food, Dad. This shit don't go in your stomach. But I'm all for it, man. What you saying, bud?
I mean, I got a different dynamic on my end. So, like, my kids, because I'm not at home, I'm traveling. We travel, bro. I'm on an airplane every other month.
Okay.
It seemed like, so, like, I come home. I could probably come home like twice a quarter, so probably like twice every 4 months. But like every other trip is like a family event. So we always they've been on airplanes. I bring them back home. Like even when COVID was around, we was driving down, but they were still just started walking, maybe. So that was different. But I mean, getting my kids out that have experiences is something that's definitely as a must. I don't know about y'all two, but like with me, I get mad emotional when I see my kids genuinely happy. So like if I got them in like when I put I never forget, we put Cassidy in soccer for the first time and she was killing that shit. I was like, I wanted to cry. I swear to God, I wanted to cry. I called mom after. I was like, yo, I just had a fucking emotional experience right now. Like, yo, like you know what I mean? Like my kids are doing something they genuinely are happy about. You know what I mean? That's what it's all about. At the end of the day, whether they go to Disney World or they go down the street to Six Flags, just whatever it is that's genuinely that makes them happy genuinely, and they're laughing and having a good time and an out of body experience, they definitely should partake of that, because at the end of the day, we want things for our kids that we never had. We weren't privy to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's all different. You know what I mean? We all have different backgrounds, so. Whatever didn't happen for Shane may happen for me. So like my kids will experience, you know what I mean? It's just all different things that we've been experienced too. So it's all about just building an experience.
One thing I would say though is, and my brothers-in-law, they agree with me too. I've heard some other parents say this too. I will not bring Nova to Disney World until she's 5 though, or older. Oh, yeah. And the reason for that is because they won't like grasp. They won't understand that shit.
It'd be too
bring her
for them to go any earlier, I feel like.
Yeah, they just, she won't understand it. And it might kind of suck for her because now she got to wait. She got to wait 5 more years.
Yeah.
You know? You gotta wait 5 more years, so she's gonna go when she's like 8 or 9. But like for me, like you said, 5, I think to me is a great age, just because they understand and they know. And every year, I don't know what it is. Every year, I think the kid is gonna understand what's going on. The next year, I'm like, damn, I should have fucking done that shit this year. Mm-hmm. Like when I took Nova to the aquarium, she was having a good time, and then this year when we was having a birthday party, I'm like, dang, man, she would have really enjoyed the aquarium this year. And then we did like the animals. And I'm just like, I know next year I'm going to be like, dang, man, I should have done it this year. Even the jumping thing. Like we went to Urban Air in Laurel yesterday for a birthday party. Like they just built it up. And that was her first time there since her second birthday party, or her second birthday party, which is 2 years ago, a year and a half ago. And she would not jump on the things because she was just scared. You know what I mean? Like there's other kids out there that know how to jump, and they jump and they
crazy, and they be failing.
Yeah, they be going crazy. And Nova just like timid. I'm like, nah, come on. But yesterday, she just started jumping on that shit. Like, look, Daddy, look. And I'm just like, yeah, man, I should have done that shit this year. You know what I mean? So they just be understanding it like a year later or whatever. But yeah, man, 5 is that's a great age, I think, to do anything.
We just got to grow with the times. You know what I mean? Like Ty said, like the most important thing is that as my son grows, I grow. And that is the biggest thing. If anybody ain't take shit from this episode, that is the biggest key. That is the fucking message of this episode. You gotta grow with your kids, because if you don't, you're gonna be that stubborn ass parent. Your fucking kids gonna hate you because you don't want to understand it, and that's when your kids start hiding shit from you, and you just don't. That's a long road of hell for you.
Yeah. I don't wish that on no parent.
Yeah, and we always want that. Like for me, like with these two fucking knuckleheads here, like even when they get older, like if you're gonna be stupid, just call me. I'm not gonna be mad, but just call me. I want to have that type of relationship with them because I can help you get out of certain situations. You know what I mean? Versus you doing something stupid. Either you could take your life, you could take somebody else's life, or you could take your life and somebody else's life. You know what I mean? Like, grow with your kids, build that bond with them early, show them the world. You know what I mean? And enjoy this beautiful ride, because this shit is not easy, but it's very, very, it's very humbling. It's also a blessing along the way.
Yeah. The journey.
Listen, man, I'm so blessed to have a kid, but I'm gonna have 2 kids by the end of this fucking episode, I think, man. Well, by the time this shit is, and then I'm gonna let Ty know how it is to have 2 kids on 2 different occasions. Now I'm gonna let Boog know how it is to go through this thing again.
I already know. I don't want to do that shit.
You don't know. I do know.
Negro, I do not want to have one and do that shit all over again. That's fucking stupid to me. No, fuck that.
I just got over like changing a diaper. Like my son, like get to wear underwear now. So like knowing I got relived that shit again is like tough.
Yo, let me ask you this. Before we drop off and everything, how was the potty training situation for your son?
It takes time, but the boys, the young boys, I think they so ignorant as far as like using the bathroom. They want to keep playing all the time. With females, it's a little different. From what I hear, it's different because they not about to embarrass themselves so many times. You know what I mean? They gonna be like, I gotta use the bathroom. Then they start, actually getting trained enough to where it's like, I'm going to the bathroom if I need to go to the bathroom. With the boys though, they so like, fuck that. I ain't doing it until I'm ready to do it. And so it took Ali until he started going to school. Like they were saying, he need to be able to be potty trained before he come to school. Of course, that shit ain't happening. But then when he got to school, he started seeing kids like using the bathroom. He's like, all right, I want to do that too. And then that's when he caught on and it got better. And then the teacher was like, you know what? He's doing really good. He just should wear underwear now. That's cool. It's worked out in a social setting, I guess. That helped push them to the right way.
That shit was backwards ass.
People different. What would you say, Lawrence?
I said my shit was backwards ass. My daughter was shitting herself for fucking months, and I couldn't even. My son picked that shit. My son got body trained in 48 hours. Yeah, he was with it. With twins, it's a business decision. Like, I'm tired of paying for diapers, so like we gotta get I was ready to get them potty trained as early as I could because I did not want to pay for any more.
Yeah, you were doubling it up.
Yes, and I was feeling bad because my mom, as one of the baby shower, like one of the gifts at the baby shower, she gave us a lifetime. It was a lifetime supply of diapers, which was a blessing. But I felt so bad every time I had to ask her to buy some diapers. I was like, this is fucking dumb. So I started buying them myself. But I was like, this is a lot of fucking money. So we got to make something shake. But it's like when you start potty training, you can't stop. Like, you got to keep going because if you start, they're gonna get fucked up, and then it just. Yeah,
you gotta be stern on them too. They be needing that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's how I am. I be stern. I'm trying to loosen up. I'm trying to soften up, but
you got to. Because if not, she's gonna be scared. She's gonna be like, "Oh, fuck this shit!" Like, he's about to yell at me because I'm pissing myself and I don't know what to do. So I'm just gonna have to hold it. Now I got bladder infections and shit. Like, it's just gonna be a bad day for you. Either way it goes.
She gonna have to do that shit. But I kind of, what you were saying, Tyson, I feel like it was the same thing for my daughter. Like, she didn't want to embarrass herself.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Especially when it comes to shitting, like pooping, she'd be like, she be kind of like really like will hold that shit and be like, Daddy, like I have to poop. I have to poop right now. Like, you know what I mean? So, but
yo, you gotta get it. Yo, you gotta watch out for that, bro. I don't know about y'all, but not to get too deep into it, but Cassidy has a fucking a pooping problem. She's on fucking Miralax. So
because she be holding it.
She couldn't. She has this her like it was bad one time. Like she was so compacted that I had to take her in one time. Ashley was gone. It was a long week. She was gone and she was so compacted. She just had a it's a constipation problem. It happens in women. So I'm just telling you now, you might want to make sure that she's like going like she's supposed to go every day. Supposed to look like mud. You're welcome, everybody. This ain't just for Shane. This is for everybody with a daughter. If it's not, I asked to be on fucking Miralax. You can't overdose on it. Just give it to her. It'll just flush her out. Yeah, it was bad.
Okay. All right. That was we might have to get a like a daily news information every episode. I like that one.
Yeah.
Miralax.
I definitely like that, bro.
Miralax.
I ain't promoting them, but you got it. You got it.
Listen, Miralax. I'm telling you, this shit comes in a little fucking get the powder form. Put some of that shit or apple juice. Have them suck that shit down. It takes about 48 hours for that shit to really get in their system, bro. They be cleaned out and ready to eat. So if she's not eating, that's a problem. I learned from the pediatrician that if with women it can be an issue. Constipation is an issue with women. For some reason, I don't know. I never understood it, but Miralax, get the adult kind. There's no kid kind. Just get the fucking, like I said, they're expensive as shit. They come in little packets, dump that shit in apple juice, clear that shit right out.
All right.
But also, before we get out of here, I need to shout out Headspace, the Headspace app. I know at the beginning of this episode, we touched on mental health, mental awareness for ourselves as men, not only men, but women as well. Headspace is a great app. I use it. Meditation. I just started meditating about a couple weeks ago, and it gives, they tell you when you open the app, it says within 10 days, you'll be 16% happier. There's a subscription package you can get, or you can just do the free base joint. I got the subscription just to see how it was going to be. And right now, I'm telling you, I meditate every day. Right before I wake up, in the middle of the week, I meditate when the kids leave. I start my day off with meditation. I do a midday meditation, and it gradually gets longer and longer. So you start with like a minute, and then it progresses to get longer, like 5-10 minutes and things of that nature. And I tell you what, you feel so much more relieved. You fucking go into your day with a clear conscience. You go to work, you come home. Even when you are stressed out, I even be talking myself out of situations. Like it's just how to let bad thoughts go. So I highly recommend that if you can get your hands on it. Apple, Android users, please go look up Headspace. It's a wonderful, wonderful app.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
my man was locked in. Yeah,
I'm locked in. I'm telling you,
man.
But listen, y'all. Season 5, episode 1 was a killer. Thank you, Ty, for coming on, giving us your expert opinion on it and on parenthood. You know what I mean? Biggest takeaways for this episode, just make sure you check on yourself, because without you, there's no anyone else around you. So make sure you do
Ty,
that.
give your handle, man. What's your IG handle? I know you be on the TikTok heavy now. I be seeing you.
I'm dead, man. I'm trying to blow.
I see you be posting them on the snaps. I see you be doing your little videos, man. Go ahead, shout your handle out.
People, I'm trying to really get into that mode a little bit. I just like doing it. It's entertainment for me. But my IG at Ty Boogie _2324. My Twitter at Ty Smith 0_23. And on TikTok, I want to say at Ty Boogie _24 too.
All right, man. Y'all heard it. Y'all heard it. Y'all heard it first.
You heard it first. Listen, you motherfuckers, I need you to go like, subscribe, share this episode. I need you to follow us on Instagram, diaper.dads. Subscribe to us on podcast. I'm losing my mind. On YouTube, motherfuckers, Diaper Dads Podcast. You catch us there every week. You know, we got the latest content when it comes to this fatherhood shit. Also, Apple Podcasts, if you're in your car, you're at the gym, we got the audio for you taken care of. Don't you worry about that. Find us on there too, Diaper Dads Podcast as well, and we will see you guys fucking next week. We out.
Yes, sir.